Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the YouTube Business Academy podcast. My name is George, and today I'm joined, as usual, by my favorite co-host, Ron. And today we're going to be talking about our journey to $30,000 a month, or I should say euro, because we're in Europe, with YouTube automation. And we're going to be talking about our updates and insights over the past week. As you know, we are managing teams, and these are contractors from all the world. So there can raise some kind of challenges and issues. So let's address that. Ron has something to say that happened over to him over the past week. And with that in mind, Ron, how are you, man?
Yeah, I'm doing great, and another great introduction on what we're
Let's
going to
go.
talk about. Yeah, the freelancers thing. It's also an episode that we talked about last week because my freelancer I had before got me some copyright strikes because the way he was making his videos. If you haven't heard about it before, I suggest you listen to the previous episode. But yeah, right now I had a great freelancer. You heard her before with the instructions video, and you said like, "Whoa, amazing voice."
Yeah.
With this kind of video tutorials and this kind of freelancer, you can probably outrank some videos. So I was very excited to like skill up, make more videos with her. But she got some family problems going on, which of course is logical that she will like take a step back because family is more important than making tutorials. So that's totally logical to me as well. But yeah, the other side is like I will basically have less uploads the upcoming weeks. Could be like you have no clue how long it will take. So I had to find a way to still get my uploads in. Try to post immediately on Upwork. Well, I did post on Upwork, but like no good candidates. So I actually have another freelancer that was open for making more videos, and I told to him like, okay, I want to give you this opportunity to make more videos so you can earn more, but I really want the certainty that you will make that many videos. Otherwise, we'll be still behind schedule. He said he could do it. So I've basically put all the workload of two people onto one, and we'll see how it goes. But I think this also shows like we're working with humans here. And while it can be like difficult sometimes to understand that because everything is from a screen and you basically talk on chat like, hey, make some videos. And they all have like their personal problems and issues. And I actually had a freelancer also reach out to me last week that I'm working with for like 7 months. He's like basically the manager. He's like uploading all the videos, making sure everyone is uploading the videos on time to him. And he asked me for a favor to pay like $50 in advance because he needed it for a personal issue. And I was like, okay, sure, I'll pay you in advance because he did great work the past months. But that also shows like you need to be a little bit flexible when you're working with freelancers. So I think that's also a lesson for people to keep in mind, I think.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like you said, oftentimes we forget that it's not just, a screen and, words are being typed in and there's like a little image of the profile picture. There are actual human beings, behind that side of the internet who, like you said, have their own lives, families, and, they got to pay their bills and whatever. So like you said, being flexible, my guy whom I'm working with as well, he messaged me. I was like morning and he was like, hey, George, it's an urgent situation. Can you please send me like $50? And I didn't even reply. I just went on to Wise, wired him the money like immediately, because I want to be that guy because I want to get the same from him.
Yeah.
I want him to be responsive, and if I ask him something urgently, I want him to be just on it. Okay, you want to get this changed? No problem. You want to do this? No problem. And so, the law of reciprocation states that if you expect that, then you should be also, do the same in return. Hey, before we move any further, here's a quick announcement. This podcast episode is sponsored by you. Yes, you heard that right. For those of you who want to take their YouTube game to the next level and join a private group of people who are all striving to make money on YouTube, you are invited to join the Inner Circle.
By joining the Inner Circle, you will get access to monthly recurring calls. It's kind of like an online hangout where we chill together, discuss each other's progress, ask and answer your questions, and of course, hold each other accountable. Besides the monthly calls, we also have an extensive bank of content where we have our courses, recorded calls, templates, and more.
So click the link down in the description and take your YouTube game to the next level. And back to the podcast.
Yeah, I think so as well. And that's also good for a long-term relationship because, yeah, you also know, like, when you found a great freelancer that can work within your budget and is making the videos of that kind of quality that you're looking for, you also want to maintain them and make sure they will stay within your team, because it's such a hassle to find someone new again, to train them, to have the expectations right. So with one freelancer, I also increased the pricing like with 20% or something per video, because he also was working a long time with me already. And like on a monthly basis, it's not that much, because 20% is like the video costed around $2. So 20% is not crazy much more, but it still shows like, okay, I'm willing to invest in you as well. And it probably motivates him more, because if I would work for someone, I also want to make sure I can make steps and grow as a person, but also with my income.
Yeah.
So, but I sometimes forget it as well. That it's like people actually like recording and making videos. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, like you said, having a backup is important, because if you just have, if you have a system going on for you, whatever it is, right? It can be super advanced. It can be super simple, right? It can fluctuate from left to right, from 0 to 100. But whatever you have going on, if you just have, one person in each position that your system is working, as soon as one person steps out of the system, the whole thing, crumbles. Yeah. So it's important to, and I mean, this is something that I should probably tell myself more of, because I don't have those backup people, those, that are going to make sure that everything functions properly, even if, someone gets sick or needs to have a break because of family or whatever, right? So yeah, it's a good advice to, because, we talk about automation, right? What is automation? It's not robots and computers just, doing all those. Not yet. No. You believe that, but hey, maybe one day. But as of the moment, we're dealing with human beings, right? And whenever there's humans, there are going to be some errors. There are going to be something happening like that. So yeah, it's very important to account for that and have some kind of backup systems as well. 100%.
Yeah, but before we started the podcast, you also want to talk about certain systems, I think. Like, does this?
Yeah. So I've been setting up systems, man. I'm not good with systems. Whoever is listening, I'm sure you guys, someone can relate to me. Like, and I don't know if it's like, me trying to like convince myself that whatever, but like, I am not that good with systems. I am okay with like, figuring something out, maybe being a little bit more creative or something. But I know it's all excuses. And like, if I really want to get it done, I can put my mind to it and get it done. But anyway, so I've been trying to set up systems, right? Where not systems, like it sounds really broad and kind of, undefined, but it's really straightforward. I just want to set up a workflow where, I have this something which is like working for me right now, right? Which is like recording longer videos, comparison and review videos, right? About high RPM things and banks and et cetera, right? If you kind of follow my YouTube channel closely, you'll see what I mean. But I want to build a business. I don't want to build myself a job, right? And I understand, and what I've been doing like a lot, is I've been doing a lot of the work myself, which is fine, right? Because I have the setup, I have the camera, the lights, the microphone, right? And I like the time, and I want to turn this into my full-time job, right? But at the same time, I don't want to turn it into a full-time job. I want to build a business that will grow without me having to be present at the business and, show up daily to record videos just to keep it running and just to keep it growing.
But you already do that, right? You already work with one freelancer, right? The guy from the UK?
Yes, I'm working with one guy from the UK. He's making these videos, right? Obviously, he doesn't have a great quality camera or great quality microphone. But obviously, this can be fixed with a little bit of capital. Maybe I can invest into him. I can send him a used camera. I can maybe send him a used microphone. Say, hey, listen, okay, we set it up. Let's sign maybe a contract that because I send you this, you're going to be required to record me X amount of videos with this price. And after that, maybe the price increases per video. I don't know, something, right? Just to make it kind of worth it for me. Because maybe I do want to invest into him eventually, but I also want to make it worth it for him, just not to kind of abuse the guy, but actually, just so we're both benefiting from this, right? And then it all needs to kind of boil down to the math behind it, right? So he needs to get paid, but because I'm the one taking risk, whether the video is going to rank or not, then I need to make sure that I have a margin of safety secured, that, even if, 30, 40%, 50% of the videos only rank, I'm still going to be able to make my money back with all the investments. You know what I mean? So yeah, the challenge here really is to like set it all up, find the right people, build the workflows, right? Explain to everyone, okay, you're responsible for this. When this kind of trigger comes in, this should be your action, right? Kind of like the Trello flow. And then just start it and improve it every day a little bit, give more instructions, control it, quality control it. And then it's basically called like an SOP, like a standard operating procedure. So this is something that I need to work on more and more, and I'm talking a lot here, but I've been focused all this time on making all these videos myself, and like really like hustling, right? Like this kind of like hustling thing, the hustle culture. This is what I've been doing. But as my income is now growing slowly, I want to slowly start, not stepping away from it. I still want to continue making the videos myself, like, because I still have the energy, I have the drive, I'm young, I want to do it, of course. But I also want to make sure that I integrate more and more. So when I'm taking, a little time off or vacation, or, I had to do, drive to IKEA with my mom or something, right? I don't feel like, oh, I'm not, working. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's an easy fix to do, right? I think the only issue, the only challenge there is finding the right people that fit your right budget. Like the whole thing with Trello, like I have everything automated except for the keyword research. I have the video topics on the left. Then next to it is the video editing phase. When he's done, he drags it to the thumbnail phase. When there's a video in the thumbnail phase, the thumbnail designer knows, hey, I can make the thumbnail. When the thumbnail is added to the Trello card, the uploader knows, hey, it's complete. And he uploads it to YouTube, inserts the keyword I added like in the beginning. He inserts it in the title. He inserts it in the description. Then I've made a document for him that how he needs to do like the tags. You have like different tools for it. What I suggest for you to do is make like an SOP for every position. So the thumbnail designer, the video editor, or the guy that films, and the thumbnail designer and the uploader, maybe. I think I maybe set one double. Because you probably will have multiple people in a couple positions, because you will never find the right guy right away. So you make like an SOP per position, include a Loom video within that SOP, where you explain the position in detail in a couple of minutes, so they have like more feeling with it. And then you can basically start your journey to find the right guy, the right freelancer for every position. And if you see he's like slacking the first week, remove him from the team, because you have the SOP, you have the video recorded, so you can just send it to everyone in the future until you find like the right guy, and then he will get better and better over time.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And one limiting factor for me up until this point was budget, because I was always investing my own money. But I mean, my own money now, I'm making also my own money, but I mean, as in like from like my other sources of income. But now, this month and the next month, I'm gonna start having some YouTube money come in, right? Which I want to reinvest into the business. So now it's about the time that I start thinking, okay, how do I create the SOP? What kind of people do I need? How do I do this, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? And like there's many different ways to go about this content creation. You can do the route of short how-to tutorials, right? You can go the route of long how-to tutorials. You can go the route of review videos or comparison videos or whatever it is, right? Top 10 videos, and each one of those requires a different set of procedures, and depending on the procedure, requires, you know, the different SOP.
True, but it also depends on the skill of the freelancer you find. Like the one freelancer that's for personal reasons not active right now. I just gave her some topics and I reviewed her videos, but she already had like a natural way of, she already knows like, okay, this is the keyword phrase. She can really think as the viewer, like, okay, he or she probably wants to see this in the video. She just does a quick scan of the tool or the website, and she can tell it like very in a natural and in an organic way. So I think it really depends also on the freelancer, like how skilled is the freelancer and how can the freelancer like put himself in the viewer's position and make the video that way. But I think in the beginning, like I started a second channel just to diversify and just as a second income. I'm uploading there low quality videos, short ones, to gain authority and volume quickly. And then I'm switching again to like more higher quality videos. But the reason I'm doing lower quality videos first is for the authority, but also because it's cheaper and it's easier to get like a volume out. And then later on, I will improve on the quality. So that's a thing you need to talk about, think about maybe. Like, do you want to do maybe a little bit less quality first, but more bang for your buck in terms of quantity, or higher quality videos, but less videos?
Someone commented on our previous episode asking you how many videos you have uploaded. You replied, but then they also did a follow-up question, which is something like how much it costs per video or something. So could you please elaborate for us your like break down your costs of your system that you have going on?
Yeah, I'll get my Excel sheet so I can be very exact.
Oh my God, let's go.
Yeah, so, okay, before like the first 5 months of my search channel, I only uploaded, that's not true, but like 99% I uploaded only short videos between 1 to 3 minutes long. Each video costed me $2 to make. Then I have the thumbnail guy. I actually pay him a monthly fee, not like per video, but if I would break it down, the thumbnail cost per video, I think it's around 50 cents. Then the uploading part is also uploading/management is also 50 cents per video. So $3 per video. That was what I was spending the first 5 months. I've gained
and
authority.
You were uploading how many videos per month?
Yeah, I went really hard in the beginning, but I have, I think, 2,700 videos
overall.
Yeah, so between 300 to 400 videos each month. That's how I started.
Okay, so anywhere.
But I must also say, first couple of months I was not the best at keyword research because of course it's a skill, and I was also spending less time on search because I still have my browse channel. So since I now dropped my browse channel, I'm like way more confident and better at doing keyword research. So I was more doing the volume game because I was maybe not sure what keywords to focus on. So you can probably do it with half of the uploads as well if you know how keyword research works, you know?
Got it.
Yeah, but okay, to continue. So $3 per short video. Now it's around $3.25 because I give the guy a small raise. But I also have longer form videos, which are between $15 to $20 per video. Those videos are between 6 to 10 minutes long, but it's more like the videos are a little bit longer, but also more in depth. And the topics are often more technical and that kind of stuff. So yeah, those costs are a little bit higher, and that's fine because those topics are most of the times, that's at least what I aim for, higher RPM as well. So you make the money back because the RPM is higher. So the production costs can also be higher.
And how many longer videos are you aiming to upload per month right now?
For one freelancer is making 40 a month, so that's $600. And the other one is making 25 a month for $20, so that's $500. So around $1,100 each month for long form videos or more in-depth videos, basically.
And you're getting 45 plus 20, 65 videos. So about 2 videos per day, give or take.
Yeah, and for the shorts, because I have a second channel, I upload between 150 to 200 short videos per month on that one.
150 to 200. Okay, yeah. And those channels are split. So you're doing short on one channel and then long on the other channel.
And but the other channel, I also build up the authority because of short videos.
Okay. Yeah, got it. Well, I think this was really interesting for, a lot of people listening, because we never really took the time to look into your like breakdown of the costs of the production, basically. So thank you.
Yeah, but
Very
the thing
interesting.
is, you're welcome. But the thing is also, like, I like to go really hard in terms of investing, because now I know I'm more confident with the keyword research. So I'm spending all my YouTube money in it, and also some extra for my private, because I have my other company.
Yeah.
So I'm also spending like 600-700 euros for my private income in it as well. Like, if I would not have my private income added to it, I would probably like do like 25 long form videos less. So I have like 40 a month, because otherwise I couldn't afford it.
Yeah, your tolerance for risk is higher then.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is with search, like before, I also had a browse channel, but for me, it was very uncertain when you will get views and how much money you will make. The thing is with search, I now have the channel, I think 7 months, maybe 8 months almost. You can basically check like the last year progress. It's going up in a straight line, or not a straight line, but it's going up. It's going up. So I'm very comfortable now with investing really hard in this channel, because I know it will go up. So that's why
the
I'm doing
beauty
it.
about search.
Exactly. And before, I was investing maybe 6 months heavily also in browse, and that felt way worse every time to like invest that kind of amount of money. You still had in your mind like, okay, eventually the channel will blow up, blah blah blah. Because, of course, you need to justify it towards yourself why you're spending so much money on it. But with search, it's like a way better feeling, because in the end it will be all right. Because there are so many examples also out there, way bigger channels that also are doing search. You can basically see your trajectory, how things are going. So that's a comfortable feeling for me.
Yeah, give or take. And the beauty about it is that if you build up your skills, as in, you understand, okay, why certain keywords rank better than other ones, right? If you get better at spotting the opportunities in the market where you can kind of set yourself up, right?
Yeah.
Then you basically increase your return on investment that you do.
Yeah, exactly. But the only downside, but that's maybe also because that's how I am as a person. It's taking a long time. That's the only downside. But I think in the end, if you have your channel set at 20, 30K per month and it's a search channel, you can basically, of course, with 10K a month as well, you have a very relaxed way of living, because you're not dependent on a viral video. You're not dependent on certain trends anymore. You have a very stable amount of views, a stable income. So that peace of mind, that's what I eventually am aiming for. And I think that's like very nice view to have, perspective to aim for.
Same. I agree with you 100%. I look at it as a digital asset that is very consistent, right? Especially if you make good videos that actually solve people's problems, or, answer their questions. And one thing that you need to be very, very careful from the get-go is, of course, understanding the terms of policy of YouTube, because sure, you can grow and you can build up your channel and you can upload, and it's beautiful, but you want to stay away from trouble. People talk in the community about uploading, how to get Spotify Premium for free, etc. And there are cases where people get away from it.
Photoshop,
and they're like, they can appeal all this, but in my opinion, and I think you will agree, is that it's better to play it like very long term and stay as much as possible away from anything that can cause you problems, because there's plenty of fish in the sea, and there's no need for you to create those videos that sure are not certain, but there's a very high chance they will rank, but there's also a high risk that you might get a copyright or a strike or whatever it is. So
it's a shortcut. That's how people see it. And I think on the long term, you will eventually get caught, because the thing is, if you try a tricky topic and it's working, you're like, I didn't got a strike or anything. Well, let's do more of it, because it's getting so many views. And then eventually you will get caught. So
Yeah.
I think it's not a smart way to approach it, especially if it's a long-term game, which church is. So yeah, it's not smart to do, in my opinion.
Yeah, you need to be very patient, and you need to like, as well, you know, as for you, for me as well, patience is so like, it's a virtue, right? You need to you need to build it up, right? uh Discipline is destiny. I think that's a new book by Ryan Holiday. But actually something happened to me on the weekend as well, on Sunday. I made a couple of videos, not a couple, I made like maybe 5 or 6 or 8 videos about stake.com,
Oh yeah.
this gambling website or whatever it is. I have no idea anything about it. Like, I've never really gambled. I've maybe been to a casino once. I'm very far away from that whole world because I have a very addictive
I'm still
personality.
making tutorials. Listen, guys, you can make tutorials about anything.
So I had like, 6 or 8 tutorials about stake.com. And I didn't know that YouTube doesn't allow videos that promote or link to gambling websites. Can you believe it? I really didn't know that. Now I do. So I don't have the video. So what happened was, I had the videos, like 6 or 8, and one video was making like €1 a day, which is really good, like very consistently. It was how to withdraw money from stake.com. If you want to take the risk, make the video. Most likely it will rank and you'll make money. But there's also a very high chance that eventually that video is going to get striked. So and then when I got that strike on Sunday morning, I was like, why do these strikes happen on Sundays, by the way?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe to catch people off guard, you know. They're
Exactly.
relaxing.
You want to take Sunday off? Here we go.
In your face. Yeah.
So yeah, basically I consulted with you and with Hessel in our WhatsApp chat, and it was a hard decision to make, but I basically privated all the videos that I had made, because I want to play by the rules of YouTube. And if they say that they don't want to promote gambling and not link to it, I'm not going to do it. So the hard decision was to get rid of that one video that was making €1 a day, which is really good. Like, if you think about it, if you have 1,000 videos making €1 a day each, right? That's 1,000 a day. Yeah. So that's what we're aiming for. So that's kind of taking that one little, worker and taking him out of like work, basically. That's how I look at it. But it's okay because I look at it from long term, and I better keep my channel healthy and say to YouTube, kind of, not say, but show them that, okay, listen, I'm with you. You want me not to promote this? Sorry, I didn't know. I'm going to remove it. Here we are. We're playing clean, so got rid of that.
That's the only thing we need to respect, because we play by their rules, It's their platform. So we have no choice. And so you basically just have one strike on your channel now, or?
I have a warning.
A warning. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So you can get 3 more strikes. That's fine.
I just have a warning. The only thing is, when you get a warning, you get like little thingy at the top of your channel.
It doesn't go away.
It doesn't go away. And to me, that's like, I had this channel for like 3.5 years now, and I never had any issues. So now when I log in and I see that little thing there, I'm like, God damn it. Like, I should have known better. Like, I should have read the terms.
It's fine. I think most people will at least once have this happen,
But it's good that it happened, because it made me read the terms, review them, right? Which they say all the time you should do. And now I'm like, okay, guys, I want to be with YouTube. I want to be like, I love this platform. I love what Alphabet and Google and YouTube are doing, right? So I want to create content for this platform, play by their rules, right? And I'm going to avoid anything that goes against this, because I want to be part of it, right? I want to be in this business of video content creation, basically.
Yeah, but this also shows like it's good to also diversify, and I think it's good you also have 2 channels. Like you mentioned before, like you were, at least today in WhatsApp, thinking about maybe focusing on one channel. Have you thought about it yet, or you're not sure?
Yeah. So I've been reading a little bit about physics and this law of entropy, and I've explained in our private mastermind group, the inner circle, that, to the members as well. And I drew this graph, and you know what I'm talking about. So basically, if you think about energy, right, and you think about it as 100 units every day, right? If and you're trying to run some kind of like a marathon, right, with that energy, right, and each kind of unit of energy takes you a little bit closer there, right? It's not a straight line, but it's a line like this. That's kind of so you draw a picture in your head. So then if you take those 100 units of energy, right, you have the decision of how you're going to spend that energy. You can spend it on two things, right? Oh, I'm going to be working on my website, and then I'm also going to be doing my YouTube stuff, right? Or you can spend it on three things, right? Oh, I'm going to work on my website, I'm going to do my YouTube thing, and I'm also going to do something else. Now, if you're trying to get somewhere, which is really far, usually, right, with any of those things, then you probably want to get there as fast as possible. So to get there as fast as possible requires more energy. Now, if your 100 units of energy are divided into three things, each day you're only getting about 33 units further, right? But if you say, okay, I'm going to drop those two things and I'm going to take 100 units of my energy and put it towards one thing, then all of a sudden you're getting 3 times faster towards that one goal, which lies far ahead. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. But the thing is, like, eventually this challenge would go away if you would outsource everything, of course. Right? This is mostly the thing you're explaining now is the video production itself, right? Or
yeah, exactly. Kind of focusing on one channel and just focusing all the energy and uploads and the scripts and just the whole video production basically.
Yeah. Like I told you before, like it really the only difference here is you upload it to a different channel. The whole work process stays the same. You make the same videos. The keyword research is the same. So you're still putting 100% energy into that. The only decision you have to make, I'm going to upload it to this channel or this channel. So I don't think there's any difference at all. Or if maybe one channel has like higher RPMs normally or already has more authority, then it maybe makes sense. But in terms of your workload, you're already focusing on one thing, which is making videos.
Yeah, 100%. And I me, I always try to like kind of simplify it and work even further on just the one thing, trying to find that one thing every day that I need to work on to, eliminate distractions and just do it, that one thing. But I guess for me, it's more of like just a psychological question. Instead of kind of, if I think of, I'm uploading 100 videos a month onto YouTube, let's say I'm uploading 50 to my main channel and 50 to my second channel. But hey, why don't I upload all 100 to my main channel? Would that give me better results? Would that give me more focus? Would I see, higher revenue jumps? Would the increase, be more worth it? That's kind of the talk in the head.
But can't you just upload the same video on both channels? You will not strike yourself. And maybe you can see if one outranks and maybe RPM is higher or lower.
What's the point of that?
Not to compare it. Then you have then you can like compare the metrics. Maybe your older channel, your personal, which is 10 years older, has different kind of health factors, which YouTube prefers and ranks you higher. Like if that's the case, then it makes more sense to focus on the channel that your more healthy channel.
Yeah,
but I have no clue.
I'm not gonna probably do the same exact video, but
why
similar
not?
videos.
It's possible.
Yeah, it is possible. I'm not gonna strike myself, obviously, but what's the point?
To compare, like you have the exact same video, so you can all the metrics are the same to compare. So there's no variable. That's what I mean. So you can check the RPMs. You can check how you rank. Like maybe one video, your other channel ranks higher than the other. It could be. Just an idea. I have no idea. I have no idea how to compare it elsewise.
Yeah, but I have something like that going on. Because remember I talked about that I uploaded Shopify theme customization video, so we can actually take a look at the data here. So I have one video here on my main channel, which is Shopify Sense theme customization. The video is 2 months old. It made 42 euro and it has an RPM of 11.5 euros with 93% skippable ads. Okay,
and you're
so
ranking number 1 for it for me.
Probably.
Yeah, I check incognito.
Yeah, so 11.5 euro RPM, 93% skippable. Now, if I go to my second channel and I search for the exact same video, but it's just a different theme, which is Dawn theme, the video has a 6.5 euro RPM with 50% skippable ads. So
and you're ranking second on this one.
almost double lower RPM than on my main channel.
Yeah, see, then it makes sense maybe to only upload on your main with these kind of topics or fully.
Yeah, I'm going to say you exactly how much it is. 1121. Yeah, 40% lower RPM on my second channel for the exact same video. Same length, just a different theme, basically.
Yeah, so if your goal is to make as much money as possible through YouTube,
then I should probably focus on just one channel.
Yeah, and maybe like since you're also planning to outsource a little bit more because you have some more YouTube money coming in, then I would put those guys maybe on your other channel to keep that one going as well. Since that one is also growing.
Don't you think it would also make sense to put my freelancers onto my main channel as well? So the videos they make also uploaded onto my main channel?
Yeah. Yeah, like just it's so hard to say if your skippable ads rate is much higher in your main and it's for every video, like this in one video. So
yeah,
maybe it's only for this one. But if it's like the general, yeah, if in general your other one is making more money, it makes more sense to upload there because you have better ad type that's showing.
Yeah.
So you will like if your main goal is to make as much money with YouTube as possible, then that's the shortest way. I think if you earn more money.
I think so. It just feels really hard for me to kind of pause the second channel because I've put so much time and energy into it.
But you don't have to.
And I don't
you can put a freelancer.
What I mean?
Like if you put a freelancer on it, you don't have any distractions yourself. You're focusing on your own main channel which also holds your name. And then you have a freelancer working on the other channel, which is automated with new systems.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that because I don't want to completely leave that channel
of course not.
It's nothing. Yeah. It's because it's making money now. It's making about 30 euros a day, which is like almost 1,000. So I'm gonna basically set up a system where all the money that channel makes is going to be reinvested back into it, and all I'm gonna be doing is just doing keyword research for it, basically.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice, and maybe the money that channel is making, you can invest in freelancers. So
yeah, 100%.
Then it's really an asset that you can fully automate. It's taking care of itself, and it's just running next to your main focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it can be a good decision.
Yes, I think that's a good decision, and I think this is probably also a very valuable insight and takeaway for you guys listening. Is we had one member in our inner circle who we had a call, and I was just kind of talking to him. I'm like, all right, tell me about yourself. What do you do? And da da da. And he was like, yeah, I do this and I also do that, but I also try to do this and that. I'm like, whoa, hold up. You're doing way too many things at the same time. And I had the same thing. I was trying to do a lot of things. And if I look back at my to-do lists, even from like a couple of years back, I had like a 1-page to-do list that I wanted to get done in a day. And then I would get done only a few things. And then I would feel bad about myself because I was like, oh, why couldn't I do all these, 25 different things? Why could I only do like these 2, 3? And eventually, I heard Warren Buffett said that, he doesn't have a to-do list. It's not existent. He wanted to remove it from his life. He didn't want to have to-do lists in his day-to-day thing. And that it really inspired me to think about, okay, how can I minimize the things that I need to do in a day? And Tim Ferriss also talked about it. So, Now, really, I'm really focused on just how can I do the least amount of things and still get the most results, right? The Pareto efficiency, the 80-20 principle, that really, really, it has so much power to it. It has so much meaning. And there's, if you really think about it, if you really take a moment and not be in this hustle grind thing, but you step aside, maybe meditate and think about, okay, what are the 20% of the actions that I do drive 80% of the results, right? And then you boil it down further, right? Further. Always, it's a never ending like a process. It's not like you do it once and then you figure it out and that's it. No, you do it once. Okay, great. We got rid of this distraction. Let's focus down on this work. All right, we work a little bit. How can we do it again? How can we do it again and again and again? Because it's very fluid, right? The work and our workflows are fluid. They change, and we always need to adapt to them.
Yeah, I agree. There's I think Warren Buffett also says like you only need to make one good decision in a year or something to make it worth it or so. I don't know. You probably know it better than me.
Exactly. That's what it is. I mean, he only needs to make one good decision in a year to get his job done, which is true. They if because imagine how many opportunities they have coming their way every day, right? Hundreds, if not thousands.
I must say he has a lot of leverage. Like he has a lot of capital to like make that one decision work for him.
Sure, but we need to aim to be at that level.
Yeah,
and that 100%. Level doesn't come, like that, right? It doesn't come just on a snap of a finger.
No, exactly. But the thing is also when you have freelancers, that's like also leverage, but in terms of labor, which also frees up time, basically. So it's the same thing on a much smaller scale.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a lot different.
You know how often I think to myself, how would Warren or Charlie, think if they were in my position? Like very often I think about it, especially when I kind of have some kind of questions in my head that I can't, I don't know, I'm trying to contemplate, I'm trying to answer. I'm like, about business, about YouTube, right? I'm like, how would he think about it? How would he do it? What would he aim for? And then I try to think from his perspective, and I don't know, I think it might help.
It might maybe even help better if you drink a Coke while thinking.
Yeah, a cherry one. That's Warren's favorite. All right. Well, Ron, thank you so much for your time and energy. Thank you guys so much for watching, listening, and subscribing. And we will see you in the next week's episode. Ciao.
Yes. Ciao.